Hello everyone and welcome back to another random desktop review. Sorry for bumping the camera there. Off to a great start. Today we will be looking at World War II Hot Rod. So yeah, as you can see, he has a version of a World War. I don't know what he's supposed to be. I don't even think this is the actual vehicle that he has in the movie. That was something where like this and the Bumblebee movie, or not the Bumblebee version got wrong. I'm not a huge fan of this one. The only thing that really saved it from getting a This Toy Sucks series is the fact that he has the right coloration and Bumblebee doesn't. Plus, I just think this coloration fits this vehicle mode, but overall it just looks better compared to Bumblebee, but that's not saying too much. So yeah, not really much to do. He rolls fine. He's got the pinned wheels at the back, clipped wheels at the front, which I already don't like. He has some pretty nice detailing going on, some silver paint. That's the other thing that this guy has over Bumblebee is that the detail on this guy is actually painted, whereas Bumblebee, he's all the same color. He's just green. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about this guy. So nice airbrushing along the bottom of the gray plastic going into the black paint. It doesn't go all the way around, but it does go on the sides here and on the front a little bit. Nice silver headlights painted there. Wish they had filled that in for this figure since he doesn't have the hammer like Bumblebee, but what are you going to do? Speaking of hammers and accessories, we have his gun here. Now, this actually is molded pretty well from what I remember of the last night. I haven't seen it in like 2 years. This is pretty close to how it looks. As far as vehicle mode storage, he has that little 5mm port at the top. Just peg that in. There you go. Nothing too exciting here. Nothing really great. Not even really all that good, to be honest. Wish he had a better paint job. That's kind of just Studio Series thing, is just having a lackluster paint job. But getting to size comparisons, here he is next to Boulder Crash, Wheeljack, Reactivate Prime, Armada Megatron. So as you can see, he is not the biggest figure there is, but to be honest, Hot Rod isn't really that huge of a character. I mean, in the 86 movie, I guess he's a little tall, but he's not that big in the movie. So let's get that off of him and get down to transformation. First thing you want to do is just pop the top of the car off. That's literally the first step. Then you come to the back here, pull the wheels out, flip this panel up, and he's a shell former, so this is going to be hard to keep in frame. It will just sit flush against the top of the vehicle like that. Fold these two panels in on the sides, and then we just start unfolding things. So we want to rotate the back wheels around to where the arms for the robot mode, well, alright, things bump into each other. This guy doesn't have the best clearance, so first what we're going to do is push up on this panel here to reveal the head. That's actually pretty clever. Then we want to rotate the arms around, and they have little tabs here that will go into little slots in the side of the chest plate, which will lock that in place. Bring the arms down. Then you just take the hands and unfold them. Next, we come to the back. The wheels here actually are on double hinges, right here and right here. And don't fold the backpack down just yet. You want to actually fold them to where the wheels sit flush against the back like so. And that's what those double hinges are for, so they can sit flush like that. Then you can put the backpack down. Now for the legs, which is one of my least favorite parts, pull the front of the vehicle up like so. Take the wheels, push them in. Go ahead and take the feet and pull them out. Not completely though, just a little bit. rotate the front ends of the car like to where the wheel is facing the outside of the body, and then push it down, and the wheel will fill in the shin and will fit in this little gap right here where the feet are. So we'll do the same thing on the other side. Push the wheel in, fold it to where the wheel's facing out, and push it down, and it will slide in like so. And there you have World War II hot rod in robot mode. Okay, so number one, giant backpack. All right, and it doesn't tab in or anything, it's just loose, okay? That's issue number one. Issue number two, the legs cannot withstand the weight of the backpack. If you have them put at a natural angle, he will tip backwards. Now, you can lock his knees in and that he stands fine, but then he's constantly kind of like standing at an awkward angle. Number two, because of the way the wheels of the vehicle are engineered to transform into robot mode, he has limited knee articulation and no ankle articulation whatsoever. This does affect his ability to pose, and because these don't actually act like heels, he has a hard time standing. Now, that being said, I do think this is a much better figure just by looks than the Bumblebee one is. That one, again, was just all gray except for the black wheels and the silver on the face. And I think his hands are black. That's literally the only difference. Or the only color he has on him is just that green. Now, as far as his accessories go, you can keep it stored on his back like so, or you can arm him up. Just plug it into his hand, and he can look ever so awkward trying to actually hold a decent looking pose. Speaking of which, let's get to articulation. Probably should have done that before. Head is on a ball joint. It's actually a pretty good range ball joint. Shoulders are ball jointed, but they will come untabbed if you mess with them too much. And they pop off pretty easily too. Bicep swivel, elbow, you get a little over 90 degrees. Wrist swivel due to transformation. A very, very small waist rotation. Ball jointed hips. Thigh swivel, which only works going in, does not go out whatsoever. Knees go just under 90 degrees. And nothing at the ankle. So as you can see, he's pretty limited. This is pretty much on par with what a lot of the early Studio Series figures got in terms of articulation. And another thing, he is still small. Kingdom Rodimus and Ratchet, Ironhide, Shockwave. So yeah, not really that great of a figure. Again, the only thing keeping this figure from having a This Toy Sucks video made about him is the fact that I do think he is overall a more aesthetically pleasing figure than Bumblebee was. This guy actually has paint on him. This guy, the colors work better. It's just overall a more pleasing figure to look at. However, it has all the same articulation issues and all the same quality issues. So get it if you can find it for a good price. I think I paid like $10 for this guy online. So yeah, with all that being said, that has been the return of Random Desktop Review, and I will see you guys some other time.